After 7 years, it's finally time to have the conversation about Kyler Murray. Let's discuss.
You are Locked On Cardinals, your daily Arizona Cardinals podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Locked On Cardinals. Alex Clancy here. It's time. It's time to have the conversation. This is not going to be the conversation you think it's going to be. And this is going to be the conversation you absolutely think it's going to be. All meshed into one 25 to 28 minute podcast. Today's episode of Locked On Cardinals is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So, I'm not winding this up for this to be some sort of dramatic, like, he should never play football for the Cardinals again. No. But I'm going to look at this from a couple different perspectives. I'm going to tell the future first. I'll do that in the last segment. So I'll tell the future last. Yep. I'm going to talk about this from a coaching perspective. What the best situation would look like for the coaches. Not just for this year, but for their future as well, which is fascinating. And most importantly, what really matters is from the on-the-field perspective between Kyler Murray and whoever the hell else is quarterbacking that's not him. Jacoby Brissett's going to be used because it's been him. Jacoby Brissett is more than likely not the long-term solution for the Arizona Cardinals. But what we've seen develop throughout this year is something that I think has had most people a little bit surprised. And, you know, the Kyler naysayers would be, he's been doing this forever. Why would it be different this year? That they all talk like that. I can almost guarantee. And then the others are like, this is not Kyler's fault. So, when you look at what's happened on the field, the 8 quarters of football that Jacoby Brissett has played have looked better than any set of 8 straight quarters that Kyler Murray's played this year. That is factual. By every metric, by every statistic, by using your damn eyeballs. That is factual. So maybe the most grounded, rational reason as to why is that Drew Petzing's offense doesn't fit Kyler Murray's skill set. Okay, so we can talk about that. It's fit his skill set sometimes, just not all the time. So what does that look like? When the offensive line keeps the pocket deep, gives him time to go through his progressions, it's good. It works for him. But when they don't, it doesn't. Or is the having no run game bad because he can't throw the ball 45 times a game? Or is Kyler Murray just unable to go through his progressions? Or is this just dumb luck from Jacoby Brissett for 2 games that's made this offense hum like it's a completely different offense as compared to what Kyler Murray's done? There's so many different angles. This isn't a coin with 2 sides. This is a kaleidoscope of potential reasons why this is happening. And the conversation surrounding Kyler Murray specifically now is, why is Jacoby Brissett playing better than him and keeping the Cardinals offense looking competent from second one to the last second when Kyler Murray isn't doing that? That is a question. Not saying, it's a quarterback controversy. No, it's not. It's not a quarterback controversy. I will talk about why in the final segment. That's called a tease. Wish it didn't go high pitch like that. This is not a quarterback controversy. And also, Jacoby Brissett is giving the Cardinals the better chance to win games. Both can be true. The peak of this offense, the best parts, the best moments of this offense, like the flashbulb memories, Kyler Murray's been quarterback. But the highest floor by about 30 rungs on a 31-rung ladder has been with Jacoby Brissett. So yes, 3rd and 23s, 3rd and 15s to Zay Jones, to Marv, great. Floor. Kyler Murray, the second quarter and the beginning of the third against Carolina, the first half, or the first 22 minutes of the Tennessee game, the last quarter of Seattle, all peaks, all Kyler. The highest functioning this offense has looked in spurts, Kyler Murray. The floor, it's so much higher than Kyler Murray, you can't even see the differentiator. You can't even see the gap because it's so much astronomically higher with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Both can be true. We're having two very different conversations at the same exact time, in the same exact time-space continuum, and it seems like we're speaking different languages from different times with different teams. This is the best way I can describe it. We're all speaking the same language, but nobody's understanding what anybody's saying because it doesn't really compute as to why we're here. Outside of the fact that maybe what Jacoby Brissett can do is cater more to this offense than what Kyler Murray can do. So is that a Drew Petzing thing? Maybe not. Maybe it's a wrong quarterback thing, even though he's the more talented quarterback. So the progress of this conversation is marred and tagged and scarred by, it's a quarterback controversy. Let's fight them up against each other. There's so many other pieces that are going into this that have nothing to do with just Jacoby Brissett or just Kyler Murray. And it's very, very difficult for me. Let's talk about me for a second, guys. I'm the most important person. No, I've been Team Kyler since he came back week 1, 2019, when they were left for dead at halftime against Detroit in his first NFL game, and he brought him back to tie that game and was, as I say, a Tremaine Brock football off his chest plate that wasn't intercepted that could have won you a game in fantastical fashion in his first game as an NFL player. And then you've got, the Hail Murray. You've got the game against the Raiders at the start of the 2022 season. You've got fantastical that we've seen from Kyler Murray. We saw 4 game-winning comebacks, game come behind wins last year. So that's why it's so difficult to digest the fact that that quarterback can't get 2 first downs to salt a game away. When they've had 4 opportunities to do it. So at some point, the conversation needs to be had with why. Why can't that elite NFL player do what other quarterbacks do every week? Some who are less talented than him. And at this point, it can be argued that the answer doesn't really matter and that the writing's on the wall come 2026. And the impetus for that, for the accelerator, the jet fuel of this conversation is that Jacoby Brissett has made it look so easy against far tougher opponents than what Kyler Murray's faced this year. He makes it look effortless. And it's not perfect. He's getting beat up. He's throwing the ball 45 times. It's not perfect. None of this is perfect. This is all a Travis Shea mockery of a situation. But the fact that you're putting in 2 parts can't close, 1 part, Jacoby Brissett's making this look easy. And it's not perfect. 2 parts can't close, 1 part, Jacoby Brissett making it look easy. In the bowl of dysfunction that's been the Arizona Cardinals forever. That's why this conversation is so much more complicated than Jacoby Brissett versus Kyler Murray. Because that's not what this is about. This is about Kyler Murray versus Kyler Murray. And it's wild that we're having this conversation so soon this season. It's wild. Locked On Cardinals, your team every day. That's the on the field. That's a lot of different moving parts. And I told you this conversation was going to be different than you thought. Like, this isn't going to be a place where I'm going to be like, oh, sit them. Sit them, because that's 100% what they're going to do. Spoiler alert, there's no quarterback controversy. I'll discuss it in the final segment after talking about from a coach's perspective, which is maybe more complicated, believe it or not. I'll discuss it. Right when my mouse starts to work, which is super cool when my mouse works. I love when my mouse works because it makes my life easier. There.
I'm Cody Rourke from Locked On Broncos, and this episode is brought to you by Peloton. Peloton is shaping the future of fitness with the brand new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus, powered by Peloton IQ. This is Peloton's most advanced equipment yet, giving you real-time guidance and endless ways to move, whether you're running, lifting, or you're cross-training with your favorite instructors like Alex Toussaint. It's training reimagined to make your workout more personal. Peloton is built for breakthroughs. With features that help you plan, stay motivated, and hit peak performance, you can let yourself run, lift, flex, and go, while Peloton handles all the rest. Plus, Peloton IQ provides real-time strength coaching, tracking your progress and suggesting weights that challenge you so you can get stronger. Plus, the new movement tracking camera, it counts your reps and corrects your form in real time, making sure every rep is safer and smarter. So, let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
This episode of Locked On Cardinals is also brought to you by our friends at Mazda, man. Mazda crafts cars for those who do more than just simply move. And Mazda delivers confidence with every ride, with more IHS top safety pick awards than anyone else. From footwork to breathwork, athletes sweat all the details, and Mazda brings this same intention to how we craft every model. You can feel, the Japanese craftsmanship in every detail. From the metallic accents to available Napa leather upholstery, and you can make everyday drives feel like anything but, from smooth handling to intuitive controls. With all-wheel drive standard in every crossover SUV, you can drive with confidence through almost any season. Like our players, we sweat every detail, because when you make every move count, impossible becomes irrelevant. Mazda, move and be moved. Please go to the YouTube channel, search Locked On Arizona Cardinals. Hit that subscribe button, man. You know the drill. You know it. Bye week. My buddy Bill Brock's going to join me tomorrow. I'm making another guest for Thursday. I'm being lazy this week. Excuse me. It's the bye week. But we'll see. Still TBD. But again, please go to the YouTube channel. Search Locked On Arizona Cardinals. You know it. Numbers have been up. Thank you so much for everybody who's hanging. I'm just happy that you're here. I've been saying that for, my 9th season now. Regardless of how much I believe the Arizona Cardinals organization has taken part in my hairline's recession, I wouldn't change this for the world. So thanks for being here. Truly, more than anything, much appreciated. The coaches, yikes. So we're going to talk. You can find, I'm sure, the more generic, well, look at the numbers, look at the stats, look at this. We're going to talk about a little bit more in depth. Let's challenge our brains a little bit. There's a couple different schools of thought, and it is just going to absolutely fester during the bye week, man. Like, this is either the best or the worst time to have a bye week. I was talking, we did the Cardinals squad show Sunday night, and Jameel Douglas, who used to play with multiple teams in the NFL, offensive lineman, he's great. I asked him towards the end, it's like, what is this bye week going to be like for the players? What's it going to be like? What's it going to be like for the coaches? Because there's a glaring difference between the last 2 weeks and the 5 weeks before it. And they both ended in losses. So, of course, like on the Kyler side, it's not like they're winning games without Kyler Murray. Jameel continued to say, and he was saying it like, he repeated it to be kind of cheeky towards the end, but he just kept saying the same thing. You got to put the guy out there who gives you the best chance to win. And it's easy to be like, oh, well, yeah, Jacoby, start him. But from a coach's perspective, there's so many different things that go into play. One, Jonathan Gannon came here to coach Kyler Murray to play quarterback for him. Okay? That's not going to change in 2 games when Kyler Murray was injured. It's not going to change. Drew Petzing. He's coaching for a job. I don't know this, and of course I don't know this, but if you're a human being and you're calling plays for one quarterback who plays well for, 30% of some games, but when it's good, it's incredibly, Pro Bowl level good. And then sometimes it's bottom 3. And then Jacoby Brissett just comes in there and hucks it, and the Cardinals are in games. And this is not rhetorical, if you were Drew Petzing, who would you rather quarterback this team? If your job's on the line. That's the tough one. If you're Drew Petzing, who do you want to quarterback if your job's on the line? Going up against one of the worst defense, even though they played pretty well last week against Washington, because, Jaden got hurt, but going Monday night against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. That's the brain bender. It's like, no, it's not. It's Jacoby. Look what's happened the last 2 weeks. It's not that simple. And not to say that, he has the final decision on things, but like, when it comes down to it, I'm not saying coaches are selfish, and I'm not saying it's human nature. It's like you go home, crack a beer or whatever, a Fanta, and you're sitting watching game film of Jacoby Brissett if you're Drew Petzing, and then game film of watching Kyler Murray. Maybe he's calling some of the same plays, and Jacoby's executing, Kyler isn't. It's like I've alluded to this a lot. Like the NFL becomes fantasy football midseason when it comes to guys outperforming others. You got to put the best product out there. Is Kyler Murray still the best product? I'm sure. But does it look like that the last couple weeks? No. This is not driving Kyler Murray out of town because he got injured. There's so many comments about like, oh, you're sabotaging Kyler. What are you talking about? We're watching games without our eyes closed and without earplugs in and seeing night and day difference with the pop of this offense. Night and day. Every metric, every eyeball, every iris, another part of the eye that I don't know. I used to know all of them. Lens, cone, C- in science. From a coach's perspective, you loyal to your dude and you're going down with the ship? Or can the Cardinals make a run with Jacoby Brissett? Like, these aren't rhetorical. This is me discussing with you all of the possibilities that could be going through human beings' heads. And if you think that Jonathan Gannon doesn't notice the difference, I don't know what to tell you. And also, this isn't a quarterback controversy. If you're Drew Petzing, how do you not look at what's happened in the last 2 games and be like, I want that guy? And a reminder from the first segment, the peaks, the highest tippy top that this offense has been run, Kyler. The floor, astronomically higher with Jacoby Brissett. Which one is more beneficial for a team in the long run? I'll let you answer that yourself. There is no quarterback controversy here. Kyler Murray is going to start when he's healthy. I'll discuss what that future looks like next. This episode of Locked On Cardinals is brought to you by FanDuel, man. FanDuel, man. FanDuel's got an offer for you don't want to miss because we're in the middle, smack dab of the NFL season. Dude, we're going into week 8. Appreciate football. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5. If it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Like, good luck picking who the MVP is. You can bet on the futures there. Good luck picking who's going to make the Super Bowl. You can bet on futures there. Like, there's so many different things. Single game parlays, if you want to put down a little, potentially win a lot. Like, there's so many different ways to take part in the action on FanDuel. Again, if you're a new customer, you bet $5. If that bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. At Clancy's Corner on Twitter, at Locked On AZ Cards. I just can't believe that we're here. We knew this was going to happen. It's the Cardinals. It's not if, it's when. It's like, come on, man. I love those conversations because it's like anything that you say, most things don't happen. Most things don't happen. So you're like, well, I knew they weren't going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, 31 teams don't win the Super Bowl every year. Most things don't happen. But if you put together a collection of actionables, things that actually did happen, and put them in a group and put them in a chronological line and start with the end game as week one of the NFL season, you'd expect there to be a better situation than we're dealing with the 2-5, 5 losses from a combined 13 points. I think they're the worst good team in the NFL. I don't think they're the best bad team. I think they're the worst good team in the NFL. They just can't close. It's time to tell the future. Clanstradamus. Kyler Murray is going to start every game for the rest of the year, starting in week 9 if he's healthy. That's the future. They're going down with the ship. And who knows? They could turn it around. Like, if they're okay, let me ask you this. I guess I can't ask you. Let me pose a question that you can drop in the comments and answer. If you got to pick one guy between Jacoby Brissett and Kyler Murray to go on an absolute massive heater and beat a bunch of teams they're not supposed to beat and just do the unthinkable, you got to pick Kyler. Like, that's the backwards way to look at this, because it's like you need the peaks more than the floor at this point. There's no way Kyler Murray's not starting if he's healthy, because it's not just about this year. So say Kyler Murray comes out and they lose, or say, they comes out and they lose, I don't know, 24-10 or 24-13. The offense looks terrible against one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and it looks night and day on the bad side compared to what we've seen the last couple of weeks against very good defenses, or at least above average defenses, Green Bay specifically, with Jacoby Brissett. If he's a healthy scratch, if he's a healthy clipboard QB2, he's never going to be an Arizona Cardinal quarterback again. So it's not just about this year. It's about the future also. So if you want to see what the kid's made of, what the young man's made of, I say kids because I'm old, but what the young man's made of, and you roll him out there and it's not great, not only, and listen, it's very easy to forget very quickly how good they looked for a large chunk of the Tennessee game because of all of the things that have happened after. If they won the Tennessee game, we'd be having a different conversation. If they won the San Francisco game, we'd be having a different conversation. And that's the mind screw of all of this. Are we prisoners of the situation that is kind of thwarting our ability to have rational conversations about this? Or is it really just about wins and losses, which I discussed to start the season? One thing is unequivocally true. If Kyler Murray does not start a game when he is healthy this year, he will no longer be an Arizona Cardinal, and they will trade him in the offseason. So that begs the question. If he's not starting and he's healthy in week 9, and we're jumping a million steps here, but if he's not the starting quarterback and he's healthy in week 9 when they come back, and Jacoby Brissett's starting, trade him immediately. Like, this is, let's wait till the offseason, gauge the market. No. Move on. Because that is the biggest indicator of never coming back from this. It is. And 100% is not going to happen. Kyler Murray is starting in Dallas week 9. He'll be starting all the way through when he's healthy. That's what it's going to be. Is it right? We don't know. Is it wrong? We don't know. Is it going to be that? Yes. You're welcome. I've just told the future. Locked On Cardinals, your team every day. Remember, without you, there is no me. Buddy Bo Proc joining me tomorrow. I'll talk to you then.